Right. Hello, colleagues. I thought maybe I should share with you, yes, how you are going to be setting up your Endnote library. So let's say you've actually followed through all the process that I told you to download and install your Endnote. Your Endnote is now on your laptop, either on your desktop or wherever it is located. So then the next thing that you need to do now, which is you need to now create your library so that you are able to use your Endnote to create your citations and references. Basically, that's what you need to do. So first thing first, before we call our EndNote, what I want you to do is to make sure that you get all the material that we want to be using in your thesis. Okay, so there may be reports, there may be newsletters, there may be articles or conference papers, something like that. So what I'm going to do, you are going to make sure that you store them in a folder. Okay, you are going to store them in a folder, one folder. Make sure that you take them and you create them in a folder. You create a folder and store them in a folder. So in my case, for the purposes of this demonstration, I've actually created a folder, and the folder is called DUT ref papers. This is what I have there. So this is my material. This material is actually in a folder, and the folder is called DUT ref papers. You can see this is my DUT ref papers. I've done that before I even call my EndNote. Then the next thing that I'm going to do now, you've done this. Then the next thing is, let's call our. So it is this, because in this folder, let me just double click. Let me just click it and see what it is. So you see, this is exactly what I have there. So this is material. This is just for the purposes of this demonstration. I will just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 papers, 8 papers. So these are papers that I've downloaded. You've already downloaded your papers. Some of the papers you can actually download them inside EndNote. Yes, inside the EndNote application. But in this case, I've actually downloaded my papers and I've got my papers with me. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is let's now call our. Let me switch off this. Let me cancel this. Then the next thing that I want to do, let's see, call our EndNote. You go to your search there. I go to my search. Then you can see there is my EndNote there. Then you click your EndNote there. Your application comes up. Then there you go. So this dialog box is gonna pop up. Remove this one. Yes, remove this one. Just say no, because you don't want to activate a full version, because this thing is paid. You have to pay for this after 30 days. So I don't want this. Then you are going to create a new library. You want to create a new library within which you are going to be storing your material. So it is from that library now that you are going to be calling citations and references, basically. So you create a new library. I click there. Then when you click, then this thing pops up. Okay, this thing pops up. I say the file name. Your file name is good code will be called my EndNote library. That's your file note. I just want to call it that way. I don't want to change anything. Storage documents, you can redirect it and store somewhere else. So in my case, I just go save there. Then once that is done, then just wait a minute. This thing is going to do its tricks. You can see it's opening up. There you go. So this thing now, the dialog box pops up. This is my EndNote. But what I want to do now, I want to import my material. I want to import my material. Which material? The material that I want to be using in my references. So you go to File. Okay, you're now going to go to File. You can see File on my EndNote there. There's EndNote 20. But immediately you're not going to see even on my Windows. I'm using using Windows operating system. Right away, right on the top there, you can see on my tabs there, there's actually EndNote. It's already part of that. The moment you've installed and you call it, then this becomes part of it. So you are going to see you got something that's written EndNote 20. It's fine. So you go to your file, because I want to import my material in that folder. So you click File there, then you go to your menus there. Then I want to import. There you go. From where? From File or from Folder? I want to import from Folder, because I've created a folder where I've stored my material, the material that I want to be using. You click your folder there. Then obviously import folder, my folder name. I'm going to click my folder name. I have to choose from where? From my desktop. There you go. Then from my desktop there, you click your desktop. Then you have to search. Remember it was in DUT. DUT there you go. And it was called DUT ref papers. So you click there. That's my DUT ref papers there. Then you click OK. Then from there, you import. You click import. So this thing is going to take all the material now into this library. Basically, that's what this thing is doing. So you wait for this. It might take some time, but obviously after some time, you are now going to see, yes, then it goes. It depending on the fastness of a machine, as well as the amount of material that is actually stored in a folder. So it will take time. So let's wait for it to finish. So you can now see that Endnote 20 is done its tricks, and you now see these are the papers that I had. These are the papers that I had in my folder. So once this is done, then the next thing is to say, okay, so for example, if you click, let me click the first paper, which is this one. Yes, if you click it, you can now see on my right hand side, this is the reference for the paper. This is the reference. And the reference type that being used in this case is saying it's using Harvard copy. So you can change the referencing type to any one of your choice. In Harvard, there's DUT Harvard. In this case, my DUT Harvard. I had to make it because it's not in there. So I had to make it, right, so that we reference by name, by year, as well as by page number. So there are so many. So if there is any other choice which is not any other select type which is not listed here, you go to select type there. If you click select type, then you can now see this dialog box pops up, and there's so many types there. There's so many referencing types that are going to be choosing depending on the journal that I want to be. So basically, we're using Harvard and Harvard DUT Harvard. So I want to remove this. So let me select Harvard here for the purposes of this demonstration. You remember on the right hand side, you go and click there. Then I want to select Harvard there. You go to Harvard there. So this is the Harvard style. Basically, that's why if you click this other journal article, this is what I'm going to pop up. If you click this other article, this is what's going to pop up. So then the next thing is how do we do the referencing using it. So basically what I'm going to do, I just go to 1, 2, 3 papers, just a few papers there. So let me say that this is my thesis. Okay, this is my paper, and I want to be in in-text referencing. Okay, so let me say this is on my first line. The need to have a deeper and broader understanding of the workings of the political economy. Full stop. Okay, so somewhere in there, in the political economy, in the context of international relations, cannot be underestimated when using trade policies. Blah 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 blah. Let me say at the end of the statement there, I want to put a reference there. At the end of this statement, I want to put a reference here. Yeah, that's where I want to put my reference. What am I going to do? Let me go back to my I'm going back to my Endnote. Okay, so let me say this is the paper that I want to reference. Okay, this is the paper by Salim blah 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 2020. You can actually open up so you can see. So the paper that I want to reference is the paper by Salim H. This paper. If you click the paper there, this is this is the paper that I want to reference in text. So there's so many guys there. So there's Salim H, there's Shaber, there's Bila, and so forth and so on. So this is exactly what I have. So you go. So I know the paper is by Salim. So you go to your paper, okay? You go to your paper, the paper that I'm working on, this is the paper, okay? This is the paper, and I want to reference here. I want this right at the end of the first paragraph. There is where I want to put my reference here. So you are not going to go to, if you check on a tab, you go to Endnote. You click there, you click on Endnote there. Once you click on the Endnote, then you go right to the left-hand side, on the far left-hand side there. There is the way it's written. Remember, you click Endnote first, then you go to Insert Citation, right on your far left-hand side. You click Insert Citation. Then my citation, remember, my citation, if you've forgotten, you just come here, it's Salim, okay? I just want to go and search. You write in that dialog box, I read Salim. Salim, maybe it's, yes, so something like that, Salim. And the paper comes up. This is the paper that I want to go to. So it's highlighted. Then the next thing is you click insert. You click insert. If you click insert, depending on the style that I want to use, in this case, there's a dialog box there. Okay, there's a drop down menu. On insert, I want this is the style that I want, author and year. author and year. So if you click that author and year, if you click there, you can now see that right here, there is author and year. This is Salim et al. And 2020. It comes up. And immediately right at the bottom of the text, you can see now, this is my reference. But you can see the style here, all the first names are written in caps. You can actually go and change everything. Yes, you can customize it to your liking. And you are done. That's the referencing according to that. If I want to insert another paper, for example, another paper, let me see at the end of the second paragraph, I want to insert another paper, in the other paper in this case, but I want to put the whole whatever in brackets, the whole name and year in brackets. So I go to my library, and the paper that I want to be checking in that case is the paper by Armed, the first one there you can see by Armed T. So this is the paper that I want to be checking. So Armed T. So I come back again to my paper and I want to insert it here, Armed T. You go to insert there. You go to insert there. Then I'm going to write Armed. I know it's Armed, something like this. Yes. Then I just go to find. Then it pops up. There it goes. Then you insert. If you just double click insert, it will put your citation in brackets. So I double click there. Right. You can now see this is my citation. It pops up right away. There it is. And right at the bottom, you can see this thing is now up there. So that's basically what you do when I'm doing citations. So yeah, that's it. If you got some issues, you can always be asking me. You can inbox me. I can always help you. Thank you.